PO Carol. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little bit between videos. I'm not gonna apologize for it. It's been crazy these last few months with the pandemic and Black Lives Matter and all the other things that are going on in the world. So I haven't been really in the mood to film. I did actually film a video, edited it, everything was ready to post, and then I accidentally deleted it. So we might get this video with that video. We might not. Who knows? It's all up to the gods at this point, whether that's going to get released or not. But I did watch a video recently by Anya Panda, and it was kind of the truth behind certain cosplay photos that she took. And I thought that'd be a little cute video for me to do as well. A little cute, easy video for me to film for y'all. And she said she did want it to make it into a challenge. So it's going to be the truth behind the cosplay challenge, I guess. So I chose 5 photos from my Instagram to kind of dissect, and let's get started. So the first photo is from my second ever con. I don't really count the first since I think I went only one day. It was like half a day just to get the feel of cons. But this convention, Walker Stalker Con 2016 in New Jersey, I officially count as like my first con. It was a 2-day con. First day I did Sasha, her first appearance from The Walking Dead, and Cookie Carol. So here's the photo. So Cookie Carol, aka Scarol, I was doing that cosplay, and when I do it, I usually give out cookies. Surprise! So I was giving out cookies, and this family thought that I was an actual baker. Hold on, I have my old cosplay little cards that I used to give out. 1 second. So here is my old cosplay cards that I used to give out. Can you focus? That would be awesome. In my first horrible wig. Oh gosh. And let's see, here we go. And this is the back of the card. That's the front. So it says Scarol's Cookies. Look at the flower that has all of this people person / cook. And that is just a joke from I'm out of focus. Awesome. That's a joke from the show. Carol says, you know, I'm a real people person when she's getting interviewed by Deanna. Can you stop? Something's going on with the camera. So when Deanna is interviewing her, she says, I'm a real people person. So, and then of course she gets relegated to like cooking and helping out other people who are seniors and stuff like that. During the show, we see her, you know, cooking and bringing food to people who are sick, who can't do it for themselves. So that's why I put people person / cook. And then you have Alexandria, Virginia is where I'm located. That's where they are at this point in the show. And then I have linked my Tumblr, which don't go there. It's not fandom, it's fandom related, but not cosplay related. Then in the back, you see you'll get cookies, lots of cookies. So I can understand why this family thought, I can't actually. I mean, unless they did not realize that I was dressed as Carol, that could be a reason. But I'm holding a knife in this photo, like. So this family thought that I was an actual baker. I was giving out cookies. It's understandable. So in the picture that I actually took, I was standing in line to get a picture with walkers, and some 2 girls were standing behind me. and they complimented my cosplay. So then I turned around, I offered them cookies, and I was telling them the story of the family and how they thought I was a real baker, how the little girl was disappointed when I told her I wasn't, and all that. Unbeknownst to me, Walker Stalker's official photographer was walking around taking photos, so she caught that moment, and I later found it on Walker Stalker's official like Flickr account, where they posted every picture that they took during the event. I'm scrolling through and I see me, and it's probably one of my favorite pictures ever of me, especially in that cosplay. And yeah, that's the story behind that photo. So this next photo is a picture of me in my Morgan Jones cosplay. So Morgan is a character from The Walking Dead. Most of these are, probably all of them will be Walking Dead cosplays. I'm picking them as I go along. So in the episode Clear, when we last see Morgan, he is crazy. You know, he's writing on walls and he's talking out of his head and all this stuff. And you know, when we see him again, he is on a mission. So this is what I call my masked Morgan mission, Morgan cosplay. He's, you know, fully masked. He looks badass. He has a staff, and he's tracking the survivors. He's tracking Rick in the group. So I wore this cosplay to New York Comic Con 2017, I'm gonna say. Maybe it was 2016. No, it was 2017. New York Comic Con 2017. It was my first time going to this convention, and I had no idea where it was. But of course, as we know, maybe you don't know, it is kind of broken up into a couple of different places. You have some events going on at Madison Square Garden. You have other events going on in another like theater that's like literally across the street, or like 2 blocks down. I forgot the name of this theater. Maybe Hammerstein, maybe. And then the Jacob Javits is where the main part of the convention is held. So I was in front of Madison Square Garden, not knowing which way to go. So I walked up to some cops. Oh, Lord have mercy. I walked up to some cops, fully masked, fully, like, I had my staff. I had on like armor pieces, and I went up to them and like, where's Madison Square Garden? I looked extreme. Not where's the Jacob Javits Center, looking fully sketchy. And the policeman goes, "I'm not telling you anything until you take off that mask." And I was like, holy shit. That could have been a pretty dangerous situation that I put myself in. As we know, what's going on in current events, yeah, that was a pretty dangerous situation. But it was just it was funny in the moment, because I'm just like, I'm so naive. I'm in a cosplay, obviously, sir. Obviously, I'm not a threat to anybody. So that was what I was thinking, naively going up to this cop and asking for directions, looking very sketchy. So that is the story behind that cosplay. I took off the mask. He kind of looked me up and down, make sure I was not, you know, still not crazy. I made sure to take out my badge after that encounter. So yeah. And I actually have a second part to this story. Maybe I'll save that for another time. But yeah, another funny thing happened to me in that cosplay, but I'll save that for another time. Maybe a part 2 of this video. So yeah, that was the start of me and my Morgan cosplay. So this next photo is again at New York Comic Con, and it was just last year. So New York Comic Con 2019, I was debuting my Fun Ghoul cosplay. So Fun Ghoul from Danger Days, True Lives of the Fabulous Killjoys, Frank Iera's kind of persona in that universe. So I had on my cosplay, super proud of it because I've been wanting to make this cosplay since before I even knew what cosplay was. Ever since that album came out in 2010, I was like, I have to do Fun Ghoul, I have to do Fun Ghoul. Previously it was just like for Halloween, but and I actually wore him again for Halloween as well, but it was, you know, focused on Halloween. And then when I figured out what cosplay was, it was like, I have to do that cosplay, I have to do that cosplay for just like a convention. So I finally did it, super proud of myself. I loved wearing it, but I fully did not expect to see not one other Danger Days cosplay, period. Like, I didn't even think people still cared about it. To my surprise, I'm in a group, first of all, of some British cosplayers. So Kazuki Cosplay, Shinobi Cosplay, so cosplayers who I know who are from overseas who had came to New York Comic Con, and I was in a group of them trying to be cool, you know, and two other guys. So I'm talking with them, we're just, you know, doing some casual chatting, and then I see a girl walking past me in a casual Party Poison cosplay, and I'm just like, holy shit, excuse me, and I take off running after her, and I was shocked. I was looking for somebody literally the whole day, even though I didn't expect it. I was still looking, keeping my eyes peeled. The year before, in 2018, I actually did see a Party Poison cosplay. I got a picture with him. I'll insert that real quick. And while I didn't expect to see any Danger Days cosplayers at all, I still was keeping my eyes peeled out for them. Because of that one random chance encounter. You can see a picture of me in that Party Poison on my Instagram, so check it out. So I didn't expect to see anybody. So when I see this girl walking by her casual Party Poison cosplay, I just take off after her. Hey, Party Poison! Party Poison! I'm yelling after her. She finally turns around. I'm like, oh my God, you are in a freaking, like, are you, wait, firstly, are you cosplaying Party Poison? Because I had seen a guy, I think the day before, he just had on Fun Ghoul's jacket, but he wasn't cosplaying, so she didn't really have any accessories or anything else. So like, are you cosplaying Party Poison? She said yes. I was like, oh my God, awesome, let's take a picture. We take a picture, it was awesome. I go back to my friends, and one of my friends, Eliza, she has like my camera, my little tripod situation, all of this stuff in her hands, and she's like, here, all of this dropped out of your bag while you were running after that girl. Do you know her? I was like, no, I don't know that girl at all, but I was just really excited, like her freaking cosplay. Yeah, all of my stuff fell out my bag. So that was, and thankfully, like, I knew people who I'd left behind so they could like pick up all my shit, because I didn't even realize it fell out of my bag. So thankfully I had those people who I knew, and I got my stuff back, and I got a picture. So this next photo is of me and another Klaus cosplayer. So Klaus is a character from Umbrella Academy, and he is such a disaster, but I love him, so it's fine. It's fine. So usually I do all Walking Dead characters with a side of another character. This year it was kind of the opposite. I did all other characters, and just did one day of, well, actually 2 days, but I did mostly other characters, and not really focusing on my Walking Dead stuff. I wanted to just branch out a little bit. But I did still go to the Walking Dead meetups that my friend Jessicatcos and Sonnengartens, I hope that's how you pronounce her name, Tara, who does Jesus, an awesome Jesus cosplay, and then Jessica, who does awesome Carl and Maggie and other characters. So they do Walking Dead, they organize Walking Dead meetups every day of the con, pretty much. So even though I was in a Walking Dead cosplay, I still went just to support my friends, have some laughs, you know. So I'm there and I see another Klaus cosplayer from the walking into the con. We're outside. If you ever been to New York Comic Con, like on one of the lower levels, you go outside the doors and there's like an underpass, and that's where all like the food trucks and stuff, and then a little bit past that underpass is like a fence area, and that's where a lot of people take photos. So that's where we were, and that's also like near another entrance. So he was coming in, I was like, hey Klaus. He's like, hey Klaus. And my friend Jess, who wasn't taking photos at that time, she was like, hey, let me get some photos of you guys, since you know you're in the same cosplay and all that. So me and this Klaus, we take some pictures, and of course that's when the wind wants to pick up. It was crazy. It was blowing my wig everywhere, and it was just it was like a nightmare pretty much. You couldn't, it was just like I can't even see what I'm doing, and it was so crazy. So I was like, let's chill with the pictures. We're probably not gonna get any good ones anyway. It's probably gonna suck. So we stopped taking pictures, and then we just went about our business. A couple of days later, Jess, she has finished working her magic with the pictures, and she sent me this picture, and it is probably my favorite picture ever taken at a con. Like one of my favorite pictures ever taken. We look so cool, and that like the wind was blowing my hair back at the right moment, and he had up his hello and I had up my goodbye, which we did not coordinate. We're kind of standing in the same way. It's such a great picture, and for the conditions of what this picture was taken in, I did not think it was possible. So yeah, it was crazy windy conditions, but it gave us a great picture. So yeah, that's my picture. That's the story with the Klaus cosplayer, and I think we're at number 4. So here's the last photo that I'll be talking about today. It is kind of cheating, but it's my video, so I'll do what I want. It's Halloween 2014, and I was just getting into The Walking Dead at this point, so I wanted to do a costume, and I was really focused on doing costumes that were like sustainable in my mind. So like I could wear it as a costume, and then I could wear it in my regular life instead of buying like cheap Halloween costumes that are like single use and you just throw it away. It's like, let me do a costume that uses real clothes so then I can use them in my everyday life. So I decided to do Michonne, and it's Michonne-esque really, because looking back it was not accurate at all, but people did get the point. A girl who was doing Andrea came up to me, she's like, are you Michonne? I was like, looking back, it's like, how did you know that? Was it just because I was black and had a katana? Because that's really all that would that would really point to Michonne in my eyes looking back. But anyway, so I was doing Michonne, and my friend was a generic pirate, so we came together. It was on a Halloween cruise also. So which is basically a Halloween party that takes place on a boat, and you go around New York City. So we were had a gorgeous skyline behind us, and my friend was like, oh, let's take a picture. So she pulled out her sword and I pulled out mine. We were about to take a picture together, and some drunk, I think he was Jack Sparrow. A drunk Jack Sparrow came up to me and my friend and challenged us to a duel. So what are you gonna do about that? You have to represent. So me and my friend, we have our swords and we start to play fight. And what is also important to the story is that I had watched an interview with Danai Gurira, who plays Michonne, and she had demonstrated how she actually stands, how she actually swings her sword, literally the day before. So I'm like, oh, I got this. Let me, like, you know, show off some of my skills that I've learned from Danai literally yesterday. So I take a swipe at this guy's sword and it breaks. His sword literally breaks, and somebody who was taking pictures caught it in exactly that moment. So I have like a little before when he like walks up to us while we were taking a picture, and then when I swung and broke his sword. Thankfully, the guy was happy and drunk, and he literally has a picture. In the picture, he literally has a beer bottle in his hand. So he was cool, but it was just like so embarrassing and so extra. And like, how cheap was his sword? 'Cause like, I have a cheap sword too. So where did he get his sword? And like, it was embarrassing, but also freaking hilarious. And it's like one of my favorite pictures ever, one of my favorite moments ever. Yeah, I broke a dude's sword. Yikes. But anyway, guys, those are the 5 pictures that I chose to do for this video. Hopefully you liked these little behind the cosplay stories. Maybe I'll do a part 2 if you guys are interested. So yeah, let me know, comment below, do you have any embarrassing stories like this? Funny, embarrassing stories. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully sooner than I put this one out. But yeah, stay safe, wear your mask, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.